Hi everyone, in English 2323, it's Dr. E and I'm here with the week 11 instructional video, and I just want you to note right off the start that there is not going to be a supplemental video. It didn't seem as necessary as some other weeks just because we were focusing so much on peer review last week. My hope is that you got some good feedback from your group members, though I know it was a little bit messy at times for some of your groups, and I'm sorry about that. In my efforts to try to make sure that everyone was placed in groups with folks who are participating, I realize that that's not always going to be possible, but hopefully you got feedback that is going to help you move forward with your revisions. If you happen to be in a group where you didn't receive any feedback, then I have provided you with a little bit of feedback. But I do suggest that if I post it in your group area, take a look, because I may have offered some just quick feedback. A lot of times I was trying to make sure that documents were in the right format, whether that was as a Word or PDF file when that was necessary, or if I just opened your document to maybe reformat it and noticed that there were some just MLA formatting issues, so spacing, indentation, that kind of thing. So just make sure you're looking at all the feedback that you received this week. I do want to walk through week 11, which on the surface looks like a lighter week, which I hope is a good thing. I think we all kind of need that. We're in the home stretch, and that can be both a good thing and a bad thing in terms of the stress levels. I know in your other classes you're probably gearing up for final exams and things of that nature, but know that in this class, once we get through the portfolio, sorry, dogs in the background, once we get through submitting the final version of our portfolio, then we'll kind of move our attention to the multimedia project, which will be, I hope, more enjoyable. It's always something that students love at the end of the semester instead of a stuffy old final exam. So that's in our future. So I do want you to note that you will revise your portfolio this week based on that feedback that you get from your group members, and then you're going to read that background chapter on the 20th and 21st century. So I have the pages for the different volumes. We don't need to worry about the last date of withdrawal. Everything has already been taken care of and submitted, so hope everybody's doing all right. Watch those videos, and then I crossed out here the prompt for Thursday. It's been a lot, right, for you and for me. So I just went ahead and took that assignment off the table so that you could focus on getting those revisions done and submitting on Friday, which is a different day, but I wanted you to just have an extra day from making it due on Thursday to get it submitted. Of course, you can submit early. So if Thursday is just when you plan to do work for this class, then by all means submit then. But note that it is a bigger grade, so you want to make sure that you are revising and editing, of course, based on your group members' feedback, but you don't just have to rely on them. You should go back in with fresh eyes and take a look at that work. You can always set up a tutoring, session, do whatever you can to get the best possible grade. So I have crossed out the grade for the reading post since we're not going to do that. And then, of course, we're not responding to two colleagues. So to make up for some of those grades, the quiz is going to be worth just a little bit more this week. So make sure that you're attending to your reading closely. Make sure you're completing your reading journal entries because that is going to be due next week. But you have your participation quiz grade due on Sunday. All right, so pretty slim pickings this week in terms of links and things to do, but you do have the link in the assignment area for your portfolio. Please make sure you're uploading it in Word or PDF format. Do not submit a Pages document, please. Review those guidelines with the video or the rubric, and then you have your link to the week 11 quiz. So on the surface, like I said, it does look like a pretty easy breezy week, but it's not a short reading. You'll notice this is about 30 pages in a book where the print is very small, and that's going to be associated with a pretty high value quiz, so that needs to take some time. So instead of focusing on the reading post, focus your attention on that reading and do your reading journal while you're prepping for this participation quiz grade, because that is going to be pretty intense. So keep that in mind. If you do have any questions as we're working through this week, definitely reach out to me or post in the Q&A area of D2L. But like I said, I know that the peer review sessions for some of your groups have not been as fulfilling as I had hoped. So what I would like for you to do is to kind of start thinking about what could have made that better. Because when it comes down to our last week of class during finals, I do ask for your feedback for the class, and I would love feedback on how to do this differently in the future. I know right off the bat I would not do it right before the drop date because that I think kind of messed a little bit with some of your groups. So I would maybe hold back until after the drop date. Or maybe we start group work a lot earlier to kind of build that relationship with one another. We're always going to lose people in a semester. Sometimes life just gets in the way, and this has been a particularly tough semester. So we've lost a lot more students than a typical semester. So, but even with that, I would like to try to plan a little bit better in the future so that we have some really productive and great peer review conversations and just group conversations in general. I know D2L isn't the best place for that, but it's what we have, at least for online courses. So all of your ideas are welcome. So whether you want to email me about them now or save your ideas until I ask for that feedback at the end of the semester, whatever works for you. I hope you're all doing well. I know like it's just that time of the semester where things get a little crazy, so hang in there and let me know what you need. Good luck.